Hello, hello, hello. It is Kitchen Counter Oracle with an elemental check-in for air signs. We're just a few days. I think the full moon is next week, and downloads are already rolling in. They have been for the last couple of days. So it's just like, let's get this party started, shall we? There's a lot of mental health issues, which is typical for distorted air placements. Please keep in mind, disclaimers are in the description boxes of all the videos because I am not responsible for your the choices you make based according to any of the content I create. Because there's somebody here that is on that type of time. They looking for shit and so on down that line, and it's just, can I help you? Like, what's the problem? There's just a lot of copycat energy that's realizing they are not the powerhouse they think they are. Somebody here thought that because they hid in your energy, tried to manifest with your energy, siphon your energy, mimic your energy. It's just, it would bring them spiritual rank, and it's just like, yeah, no. No to the I to the no, no, no. And it's funny, I pick up that song by Meghan Trainor. Somebody here may be skinny, and somebody here may be chunky. A little curvaceous, a little curvature to their frame, if you will. And I could feel a man smiling like a wolf. So he likes it, apparently. I'm going to say this because this is one woman who has been up my ass for about 5 going on 6 years now. It's like, bitch, I can't control what your man sees and what he don't online. If he saw me, like one of the few times I put my face on camera, like my face is more likely to be front and center on my TikTok than it is my Instagram. If he likes what he saw and he's seen me from the neck down in real life and likes what he saw, I don't control that. That's a talk you need to have with him. So if you don't leave my bag alone, believe me when I say I'm about to hurt you. My spirit team's about to hurt you, and so on down that line. Like, until you can explain yourself, you need to sit down and realize a few things before you give me the grounds to lawyer up. Because you would not win this fight. It does not matter how much money you come from. You find the right judge, they ain't going to give a fucking rat's ass about your daddy's name and what he does for a living. Wrong is wrong, no matter what you do. You can be in the military. That doesn't exempt you from the law. And if you're one of those people that's just, they pay everybody and their mama off, I don't respect you. There is such a thing as blood money. And that's got an energy signature to it. And you know what? If anybody, like everybody you paid took so much as even a cent, they're marked. Okay? And another thing too, if somebody here is into magic and they have been trying to bind, jinx, hex, whatever, the person you're doing that to has to have actually tangibly done something to you. So if you're trolling a person online, you're technically doing something to that person. If you're stealing content ideas, you've technically done something. If you were told in a reading and you didn't have that person's permission to be read, you are invading their privacy. You are trespassing spiritually, and so on down that line. I mean, technically, it's just somebody here just has a really distorted sense of right versus wrong. It's giving delusional. It's giving fanciful. It's giving bitch needs a slap in the face. Like, for real. Because one of the things, like, if you're gossiping about a person, that is witchcraft, technically, because you're trying to weave the spell that is a false narrative over a person's name, their reputation, their spirit, and so on down that line. Like, if, for example, everybody and their mama that has ever said, I am a mentally ill person, would you like an educated guess of what's manifested in their personal life real time, especially in the last 5 to 10 years? Mental health problems. And one of the things that I learned very quickly is when somebody is abusing spiritual gifts, the craft, whatever, the first thing to go is their mental stability. Like, it's the first thing out the window. Yeah, it is. And the problem, and then somebody here literally tried to destiny swap. And I've been saying this for years now. In order for one to rise, one must fall. Thank Aaliyah and Beyonce. No one really gave two shits about Beyonce until Aaliyah passed away. And you can't tell me Aaliyah's death was an accident. Sorry. That was intentional. In order for Charles to be able to marry Camilla later on down the line, Diana had to pass away. But I'm not going to go into detail about that. If you are trying to destiny swap with somebody in this capacity, that is conspiracy to deactivate a person's vessel. In other words, they can't be breathing. They can't have a heartbeat. They can't have any of that. Whoever is dumping dogs on the side of the road, I swear on my mama's tomb of Footstone, karma will find you. I don't know why that just came to mind just now, but it's just like, I hope karma bites you in the ass in the worst way possible. It's a woman that does it. But, if there's not destiny swapping, there's energy swapping. In other words, somebody here is a renowned spiritual thief. That's how their families got what they got, and so on down that line. It's energy swapping. 9 times out of 10, it's a woman trying to win a man. And it's mainly out of fear, insecurities, because she sees him paying attention to X, Y, and Z over here. So she starts trying to mimic, stalk the person's platforms if they're public, wear their hair just like them. Like, this is a person with fine hair that's a little bit on the wavy side, but it's not curly. It's not like 2C, 3A, 3B hair. It's more like 1A, 1B hair. That type of thing. And then you have somebody who's real time into the poots, the witchy boo boo, the woo in the craft. And they literally trying to bind their spirit to yours, which is disgusting to me. It's disgusting. But the problem is, when people do that, the intention of messing up their respective whatever, that's not their intent. But whether they intended for that or not, that's what happens. it gets people, they're supposed to be working with confused because the energy is confusing. The devil is the author of confusion, and the people trying to bind their energy to that of another they feel is more attractive, they're causing confusion, which is a bad problem. And a lot of times the only way, they will be told to release and let go, but they're so scared of losing money, relationships. If they got a status off of your energy, they're scared of losing that status. And so on down that line. But at the same time, I was like, how the fuck is that my problem? How is that anybody's problem? If you were your true, authentic self, you would not have these issues. If you knew who you really were as a person, you would not have these issues. So if you're like me, you know how to alchemize your energy to that of poison, and only you can provide the antidote. But the funny thing is this stupid little twat in my energy who just cannot understand spiritual P's and Q's, much less social cues, is trying to do the same thing. But the funny thing is, I know her to be an air dominant chart, because it's just like I kept getting things like carbon monoxide and stuff like that, and it's just like, well, I've got to change out my smoke alarms and stuff like that anyway, so let me do that. I mean, it had me checking air filters, cleaning out vents where I could, checking the CO2, monitor in the master bedroom. I changed out the smoke alarms, hallway, bedrooms. I even put an extra CO2 in the house, like just a preventative type of measure and whatnot. And it's just like, because none of my appliances are gas. It's just my heater that's gas. Furnace is outside. I have an outdoor package. So, I mean, it's just like, what in the hell is going on? And then it's like, oh, it's this stupid bitch. And the funny thing is, she has herself incredibly convinced that I'm stealing from her. And it's like, the fuck? How the hell am I stealing from you when you're the one copying me? Riddle me that, you dumb twat. Riddle me that, you dumb twat. And the funny thing is, I have her blocked on all of my platforms that I have been able to find her mom, brother, cousins, sister, whatever. Like, anytime I find her or I find energy that's similar to hers on a fake account, I block it. But the funny thing is her husband was using my energy to make himself attractive to folks. Which brings me to this, because this video hit my FYP this morning. It won't be the man she's attracted to. It'll be you she's attracted to. In other words, she's attracted to your energy, the abundance of it, the abundance it helps create. It's you she's attracted to. It's you she's addicted to. And it's just like, unfortunately for her, I don't swing that direction. She might, I don't. I'm straight and narrow as a board. I have no desire to experiment. I have no desire to give things a try. I'll be your friend, but I will not be your lover. Capiche? But even still, energy like this that I'm sensing is a liability. It's not just a liability, it is a consistently proven liability. Because spiritual anything of this magnitude does not come from a place of, well, in a way, it does come from a place of jealousy and insecurity, envy. It comes from a place of they don't know who they are. So they try to play switcheroo with the energy of people that know who they are. They know what their gifts are. They know their talents. They know their career. They know what they have to do to get from point A to point B, make ends meet, this, that, and the third. They have organic can-do in their blood. It's in their essence and oozes out of their pores naturally. But the thing is, these people, they don't know who they are without your energy. They will be so convinced that you are them and they are you. Again, it's not a destiny swap thing, it's an energy swap. They're trying to swap souls in a manner of speaking. And the thing is, that's not allowed. And the funny thing is, everybody and their mother that always tries to energy swap with me is weak as fuck. They don't know how to do anything. They don't even know how to change a flat tire. They don't know how to immediately start finding a solution to a problem. They just start crying and bursting into tears. And it's not that I don't have my breakdowns. It's being able to just break down, just to break down. That is a luxury I do not have. It's a luxury. When you always have someone to swoop in and save the day and whatnot, that is a luxury. Not everybody has that luxury. Because the people that always try to send problems my way, like a fuse that needs to be changed out on the furnace, an appliance that has to be replaced, they don't understand the cost of something like that. They don't understand the cost to be the boss. They don't know how to fix anything. So when the problems they send to you come back to them, they are hell-bent on believing that you are doing witchcraft on them. And it's like, again, as I said on my TikTok this morning, I cannot be bothered with somebody I have classified as a peon. And if you have a problem, like if you're the firstborn daughter like me, you're just accustomed to handling shit for yourself, by yourself, and so on down that fucking line. And if you have men around you that just don't know how to do anything, you're not going to water yourself down to make them comfortable. You're not going to do that. Like, is watering myself down going to increase my salary? Is it cleaning my house? Is it changing the oil in my car? No. Is it making my life better? No. Do I care if you're comfortable? No. Is your mental and emotional well-being my responsibility? No. Are your bills my responsibility? No. Not to the I, to the no. You really think I'm going to go out of my way to take care of you? No. That ain't my job. That ain't my job. Because see, the funny thing is the people are trying to play switcheroo with my energy and whatnot and use my energy for their selfish gain. There's going to be a day and time where the person who thinks that the imposter is me, if he's got a lick of sense, he's going to ask questions. It's like, okay, do you know what a spark plug is? Do you know how to change them out? Do you you know how the fuses on the stovetop work? Do you know how to clean a spark igniter in a furnace? Because at some point in time, questions like that are going to come up. Questions like that are going to come up. Things of that magnitude are going to need to be done around the house. And it's all fun and games when you are put to task. So somebody here or an entire group of women are about to be put to task. And believe me when I say they about to lose their goddamn minds. And the funny thing is, it's stuff you're supposed to learn how to do as an owner of a home. You either know how to DIY things yourself, or you have the means to pay for the service to be provided. And I'm going to tell you this right here and now. If you need a spark igniter or a flame sensor changed out and or cleaned, on average, it's like $50 just for them to come out there. It's like anywhere from 50 to 80 just for them to come out there and look at shit. If you're lucky, you're not going to need a part changed out at all. They just clean the one you got and boom. Another $50 on top of that. But if you've got to get the whole thing changed out, you're looking at $100 to $200 a pop. That's what you're looking at. Again, you either know how to do that shit or you don't. And lucky for me, I have friends with a long line of work in HVAC who have been able to guide and teach me accordingly and stuff like that, which is fantastic in this economy. But my thing is this. These are the people who don't think to put an inflator for a flat tire in their trunk. They're too busy expecting people like me to come to their rescue. And that's a little bit of a problem. That's a little bit of a problem because because we're all adults here, 18 and up only. And if you're my age and you don't know how to do anything, you have voluntarily chosen to be useless because, again, divine being or not, I am not responsible for other people and how they move and how they choose to operate. It is not normal to feel entitled to others. It's not normal. It's actually mentally ill behavior to stalk a person that does not want to be with you, associated, and so on down that line. Because somebody here is looking at a huge slander and defamation suit and they don't even realize it. Because if you don't get it in the physical, you're definitely going to get it in the spiritual. This is why it is super important to be the reason somebody here is trying to play switcheroo with energy is because they think they can exchange karma. They know they're a piece of shit. And they look for others they don't suspect to be spiritually knowledgeable to do this to. Somebody here associated your kindness for weakness, your silence for ignorance, and so on down that line. And it's just, no. I clocked who and what you were in the spirit. I decided for myself that I don't like you, and I decided not to have a conversation. It's that simple. It's called discernment. You can't play switcheroo with karmic debt without acquiring an even larger debt. And with that, everyone have a good day.